Billionaire saw a single mom cancel her son's birthday cake. His next move brought everyone to tears. The bakery smelled like sugar and cinnamon, a scent that usually brought joy, but today it carried only a dull ache. Sarah Mitchell stood at the counter, her hands gripping her wallet so tightly her knuckles turned white. Her eyes lingered on the small chocolate cake with colorful sprinkles, her son's name neatly piped in blue icing. I'm so sorry, she said to the baker, her voice trembling. I'll have to cancel it. I just can't afford it this month. Her 5-year-old Ethan tugged at her sleeve, his big brown eyes wide and confused. But Mom, it's my birthday. Sarah swallowed the lump in her throat. I know, sweetie. I know. As she turned to leave, her shoulders slumped, unaware that a man had been quietly observing the scene from the corner of the shop. He was impeccably dressed, sharp navy suit, expensive watch catching the afternoon light, yet there was something gentle in his posture. His name was Jonathan Hayes, a billionaire who, despite his fortune, often sought out moments that reminded him of life's real treasures. Something in Sarah's struggle struck him. He walked over, and with a calm, reassuring voice said, "Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. You don't have to cancel this cake." Sarah blinked, unsure she heard him correctly. I can't accept." "It's already paid for," he interrupted softly. "Consider it my gift to your son." Her mouth opened, then closed. Words failed her. She wanted to say no, she wanted to explain, she wanted to cry. But before she could, he added, "I know it's not just a cake. It's about the smile it brings, the joy it creates, and every child deserves that." Ethan's face lit up as if someone had flipped a switch. Really, Mom?" Sarah nodded, tears stinging her eyes. "Yes, sweetie, really." Jonathan didn't stop there. He handed her a small envelope. Inside is a little extra to help with the party. And maybe some ice cream for everyone. Sarah was overwhelmed. She wanted to hug him, to thank him, but she could barely speak. Smiles and the pure, unfiltered joy of a little boy who felt like the center of the universe. Neighbors stopped by, drawn by the sound of Ethan's giggles, bringing balloons, cards, and homemade treats. Sarah watched, still in awe, realizing how much one small act could ripple outward. Later that evening, as the last of the guests waved goodbye, Sarah carefully opened the envelope Jonathan had given her. Inside was more than just money. It was a card, handwritten, for Ethan, whose smile reminds us all why we try to be better. "Never forget the power of kindness." She held the card close, tears streaming down her face. In that moment, she understood something profound. Life wasn't about the money you made, or the struggles you endured. It was about connection, generosity, and the moments where humanity shone brightest. A week later, Sarah returned to the bakery, not to buy a cake, but to pay forward what she had received. She saw another young mother hesitating at the counter, holding back tears as she tried to explain she couldn't afford her daughter's birthday treats. Sarah stepped forward, smiling gently, and handed over the money she had saved for emergencies. "Your little one deserves this," she said softly. The cycle had begun. Months later, Ethan, holding a small gift for a friend at school, whispered, "Mom, I think we should be like the nice man who helped us." Sarah hugged him tightly, realizing the lesson of kindness had taken root in her son's heart. Jonathan Hayes never sought recognition for his gesture, and perhaps that was the most beautiful part. The impact wasn't in the spotlight, it was in the lives touched, the laughter restored, and the hope rekindled. In a world that often feels harsh and unforgiving, sometimes all it takes is one person noticing, one act of compassion, to remind us of what truly matters. And for Sarah and Ethan, that birthday was more than a celebration. It was the beginning of a legacy of kindness that would live far beyond that small chocolate cake.